6 best Russian tanks with advanced technologies. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine is becoming tenser. Both nations are concentrating on their military hardware in case the scenario worsens. We all know that Russia possesses the world's second largest military, with the United States clearly in the first place. You may be curious about the Russian army's tanks. Tanks play an important role in the military. They do more than just attack the enemy, they also defend the base like a boss. With top-tier tanks, your chances of winning the battle gradually improves. Russia is well known for possessing world-class tanks. Hello there, and thank you for taking the time to check out our YouTube channel. This is where we discuss the latest news, rumors, and points of view. So let's get started. 6 best Russian tanks with advanced technologies. But first, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and so you don't miss on any future content. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the comments area. In 2022, the best Russian tanks will be Russia's military is the second largest in the world, and it has a large number of super tanks. These tanks, however, cannot be compared since each has its own unique feature. As a result, these figures have no bearing on rank or order. Number 1. Tank T-34. The Soviet T-34 is one of Russia's most powerful tanks. In 1940, the T-34 was launched and it rapidly became a classic. It was created to address the flaws of the BT series of cavalry tanks. Those tanks were both light and equipped sparsely. The T-34 tanks were the most heavily armored of the BT series because of its thick and steeply slanted hull front, which was 45 to 47 mm thick. This tank was more efficient against German anti-tank guns. The T-34 tank easily deflected the German Pak-36 tank. The early production cars were light and had wider tracks, giving them greater off-road mobility, a big plus in the muddy Russian terrain in the spring. Number 2. Armada T14. The Armada, a new Russian main combat tank, is one of the most powerful battle tanks. For the first time in 2015, pre-production tanks were made accessible. In 2018, Russia's Ministry of Defense placed a limited order for these tanks. The government is thought to have acquired more than 60 tanks. The first tanks were anticipated to be delivered in the same year. When the Armada is completely deployed, a gradual transition from T-72s to Armadas will occur. The Armada has a lot of innovative and intriguing features. The T-90, which is still in service today, bears little similarity to it. The Armada is much larger than its predecessor, the T-90. Uralvagonzavod, a Russian corporation, created the T-14 Armada, a new generation main battle tank MBT, used VZ. In May 2015, it was presented for the first time during the Moscow Victory Day Parade. The new combat vehicle has digitalized technology, an unmanned turret, and a crew-only armored capsule. Between 2015 and 2020, the Russian armed forces intended to induct 2,300 Armada main combat tanks. However, owing to its exorbitant expenditures of the new combat vehicles, widespread manufacturing of the tanks has been delayed. The vehicles were put through their paces in Syria. The T-14 Armada tank is slated to enter serial production in 2021. Design and attributes of the T-14 Armada. The T-14 Armada is built on a modular combat platform that may also be used to build additional armored vehicles, including large infantry fighting vehicles, IFVs, and armored personnel carriers, APC. The hull is separated into 3 compartments: a front crew cab, a central unmanned remote-operated turret, and a rear power pack. Inside a unique armored capsule, the driver is on the left, the gunner is on the center, and the commander is on the right. 3 hatches at the front of the hull offer access and escape. A meteorological tower, satellite communications, global navigation satellite system, GLONASS, data link, and radio communications antennas are all housed on the turret's top. The tank is 10.8 meters long, 3.5 meters wide, and 3.3 meters tall, with a compact weight of 48 tons. Armament: a 125 mm 2A821M smoothbore cannon is mounted in an unmanned turret on the T-14 Armada, which is fed by an automated loader. There are 45 rounds of ammo in the turret, including ready-to-use ammunition. Laser-guided missiles may be fired from the main cannon. In the future, the 2A82 125mm cannon will be replaced by a modern 2A83 152mm gun. A Quart 12.7mm machine gun and a PKTM 7.62mm machine gun are among the auxiliary weaponry that may be installed in the tank. Self-protection: a modular armor system comprised of steel, ceramics, and composite materials is installed on the hull. The tank's low profile prevents sessions from being exposed to enemy fire, greatly improving the crew's safety and survivability. The crew capsule is also insulated from the automated loader and ammo for this reason, especially during explosions. The tank is expected to provide protection up to STANAG 4569 Level 5 standards. It has reactive armor in the front and bars armor in the back to provide additional protection against anti-tank rocket-propelled grenades, RPGs. Additional active and passive armor may be hooked onto the tank. The crew's survivability is further enhanced by the tank's nuclear, biological, and chemical NBC protection, automatic fire suppression system, and smoke grenade dischargers. Incoming anti-tank guided missiles, ATGMs, rockets, and RPGs are deflected by the Afghanis' unique and hard-kill active defense system, controlling the fire and keeping an eye on it. Multispectral sights with visible scope, thermal channels, and laser rangefinders are offered to the commander and shooter. The commander's sight, which is situated on the turret stop, has a 360-degree field of view, while the gunner's sight has a direct vision periscope and a laser designator. The wide-angle cameras mounted on the tank give the crew a complete 360-degree all-around view and situational awareness. Laser warning receivers based on electro-optical infrared EOIR technology are also planned to be carried by the tank. The T14 Armada is equipped with a computerized fire control system that formulates the fire control solution automatically based on data from a muzzle reference system and a wind sensor located on the turret's top. A battlefield management system is also installed in the tank. Mobility and the engine. The Armada T14 is powered by an A85 3A turbocharged diesel engine that produces 1200 horsepower. A 12-speed automatic gearbox is mated to the engine. Each side of the running gear has 7 twin rubber-tired road wheels. The tank has a maximum cruising range of 500 kilometers and can travel at a maximum speed of 90 kilometers per hour on the road. Let's move on to number 3, Tank T-72. Despite the fact that the Russian T-72 tank is nearing its 50th anniversary, it remains a vital component of the Russian Army's inventory. It was conceived during the Cold War to overwhelm NATO and the US by pushing through Germany's critical Fulda Gap and unleashing a catastrophic assault on allies. In Russia, T-72s are still in service, however only around 2,000 of the different versions are in operation, with the remainder being preserved. Before the Soviet Union came apart, about 18,000 tanks were constructed and transferred to over 30 countries. T-90A Vladimir, number 4. The beast was given the name of Vladimir by the guy who developed it. This was how the Russian government paid tribute to its inventor's legacy. 2 of the T-90A series' unique features are the curtain infrared guidance system and the next-generation laser guidance system protection. The T-90A has a 1,000 horsepower fairy tail engine at the rear of the vehicle. It isn't quite as hungry as the T-80Us, but it gets close in terms of speed. Number 5. Main Battle Tank T-54-55. Following World War II, the T-54 tank family was built to address the deficiencies of the T-34 designs. It does, however, have an underperforming 85mm cannon with poor armor. The T-54 and T-55 families have a striking visual resemblance. Small changes were performed during normal maintenance to differentiate the T-54 from the T-55, resulting in the T-54 and 55 series. The T-54 and 55 was a rather easy and uncomplicated machine to operate according to Soviet tradition. Because of their compact design and wide tracks, Soviet tanks were able to move swiftly despite their small size, although Soviet tank crews had to comply with the height restrictions. The tank's 100mm rifled gun was adequate in the 1990s, but it doesn't have a chance in today's environment. So there you have it, our pick of the best Russian tanks for 2022. A large number of these tanks are being utilized in the invasion of Ukraine. We deplore the conflict in Ukraine as well as any other events in the country. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell icon for more updates and notifications. Stay safe and we'll be back soon with another video.